Hey everyone, let's have a quick chat about If I Had Your Face. This is a book following 4 different women in Seoul who live in the same house, are all somehow connected, and share parts of their lives and their days. There isn't really much of a plot that you can talk about in this book. We follow these characters. We have different chapters and following different perspectives. They interact as their friends and live together, and their lives overlap. We have stories or get to know their past and their present and how they got to be where they are now. This is a boring way to look at the book, because while I enjoyed the writing, while I enjoyed the characters, while I enjoyed everything else that is happening in the book, I cannot say that I would recommend it for plot-driven readers, because I don't find that there is much of a plot. The plot or the book is mostly about the character's life and Korean society, how important it is to look beautiful, to be thin, to want to achieve something, to be wealthy. The class system and all the societal structures are really looked at in this book. We see different parts of society interact. All the women are not from the rich classes, but more in the lower classes, suffering from money loss and hardships, not having a background of family and class and history and wealth, and they have to make a living and how to deal with that. We have children from the orphanage. We have an artist who studied in New York and talks about the life of the wealthy Korean kids in New York who study abroad and how different it is to her upbringing. There's a lot of commentary on that. We get an insight in the room saloons and how the men behave there and the girls working there, as one of the girls is working there, and how important surgery or everyday surgery is apparently in that clientele or in general in Korea, according to the book. I have no idea. But all of that was very fascinating and interesting to see, because it's a completely different culture or way of life to what I know here in Germany. And it was a deep insight into the characters' lives, into the role of women in this character, the spot they inhabit or in the space they can take up and the work they can find. And it was fascinating. As I said, it wasn't a captivating, fast-paced read for the plot, but the characters aren't boring. What happens to them, their stories, their lives is interesting, but there's no quest, no progress. They're not evolving into something particularly. They just go through life and have hardships and experiences. Anyways, I would recommend it if you want to read a book about a different culture and really see how the class system works in a different country to your own, unless you live in Korea. Enough of the rambling. Let me know in comments if you have heard about the book, read the book. Were you thinking about reading it like I did for months before picking it finally up, and I don't regret it. Let's talk If I Had Your Face. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.